sponsors as we announce them. See, Mr. Cameraman, are we all set? Okay, let's start with introductions. On the inside, lane number 1, bike 18 from WFMG Oldies 101. We've got Eric Butler. Let's hear it for Eric. Next to him, the president of Sertoma Club, one of our sponsors out here, has helped a great deal with our beginners program. We have Ken Sexton on bike number 1. Let's hear it for Ken. Moving right along, from the Parks Department, who's done a super job for us out here on bike number 79B, we've got T.L. Bozell. Moving on down the line, in the blue helmet, the red shirt, the defending champion, the sports manager from WKBD, WFMG. Let's hear it for Troy Derengowski. Troy's going for 2 in a row. And the new kid on the block, a guy that has really helped us out here with Road City BMX for the 1994 season, representing Kesslers, we've got Rob Strobel. And again, we'd like to introduce our longtime friend and great supporter out here running the gate for us, State Representative Dick Boddicker. All right, I think we've got everything battened down up here and sufficiently prepared. Mr. Starter, they're in your hands whenever you're ready.
Set them up. Bikers ready. Watch the gate.
And they're off and flying. The defending champion gets the whole shot first. He's coming back. We've got Rob Strobel. We've got Eric Butler coming up now for the fifth spot. Good battle up in front. Troy Derengowski still got the lead. Here goes Rob Strobel. Hold on the gas on that green bike. Rob and Troy side by side almost. Good racing out here. Whoa! And they keep the bikes up. Watch these guys. It's still Troy Derengowski with Rob Strobel all over him. Hits the whoa! We lose our defending champion, but he's okay. He's up and going. He's trying everything he can to keep it going. He's still got the number 2 spot. But out there for Kesslers, we've got Rob Strobel. It looks like it's going to be to the finish line. If he can make it over the whoopsie-doos, he makes it. Rob Strobel, here comes Troy Derengowski. Whoa, Troy, hang on. These guys are going at it. Troy Derengowski for second. Ken Sexton for third. Eric Butler, his first race, great finish. And now about a big hit for T.L. Bozell. And how about a big hit for all these guys? They get around the track, they don't break anything. Back to Moto 1. It's the 20 and over experts hauling it heavy out here. We get a serious hole shot out in front. See if we can hang on to it. We got a Strebe in second for Slam Designs. That's Adam Strebe. We got number 91 that had that serious hole shot. That was Jeff Tapscott out of Illinois, the 29-year-old blowing the young guys away. We got Adam Strebe in second, Jimmy Moon in third for MRP. Strebe and Moon putting the show on for second right now. We've got Tapscott all nailed down for first spot out of Illinois. Jeff Tapscott showing the way. Here comes Jimmy Moon underneath. Can't make it work. It's going to be Adam Strebe home for the second spot. Moon sets back now. Just going to coast it in. We have a rider slip in there for the third spot. Move on to Moto number 2. The 20 and over experts, Ed Zell, Toby Hawk, Ron Anderson, and Scott Smallwood. Motos 1 through 10 should be in station. We are in the second go-around, and we're off with Moto number 2, 20 and over experts, Zell, Hawk, Anderson, Smallwood. We got the Dan's rider making a serious charge. That must be Eddie Zell trying to go for it. Number 52. Okay, that's Rod Anderson for Dan's out in front. Smallwood's in third. Ed Zell trying to hang on for second. We still got Ed Zell in second. And we got Smallwood all over him. We still got Anderson out in front for Dan. Here comes the move. Let's see what happens. Smallwood moves up to second. Zell drops to third. Zell's in first. Sorry, I had my jerseys mixed up there. Ed Zell for Dan brings it home with the win. Okay, Brad Bales, you need to get to staging. We got Moto 3 on the track. Brad Bales needs to get up to staging immediately. We got Moto 3 already on the track. And speaking of Moto 3, the 18, 19-year-old experts, we got Worthington, Worcester, Fry, Campbell, and Bonesney. We got number 67, Anthony, still out in front. Showing the way out of the great state of Michigan. We got Greg Seal, Jimmy Flaherty, Brian Strebe, Hank Fowler. Okay, we're only going to have 3 come off the gate this time. We got for MRP. Looks like Brian Strebe out in front. We got Greg Seal making a serious outside move, see if he can make it stick. We still got Brian Strebe out in front. Greg Seal moving up to the second spot now. Looks like number 25 is Hank Fowler in the third spot. We lost Jimmy Flaherty that time out of Kentucky. Greg Seal trying to make a move. Let's see if he can chase down Brian Strebe. Can he do it? Here comes Seal to the finish line. Yes! Fort Kessler's Greg Seal makes it work. Moto number 17, the 17 over novices off in jamming. We got Target, Bales, Pucci, Wagner, Schaefer, and Cummins. We got a couple of the Kessler's riders out here. And one of them, Jay Bales, is going for the lead. Can he make it work? Wagner's out in front. Jay Bales all over him. Now Jay's getting some heat for that second spot. Tom Wagner's got it nailed down. We got Jay Bales in second. Looks like we got Taggart in the fourth spot. Number 44T, here he comes inside Jay Bales. Jay's dropping back to third. Looks like we got Target. Going to hold off for the second spot. Jay Bales trying to hang on for third. The win's going to go to Tom Wagner out of Ohio. The other half is 17 over novices. And we're off and jamming with 6 off this case. Kulik, Bales, Mosley, Neal, England, and Sleppy. Off and jamming. Let's see what we got here. It looks like the number 08 bike, but he just gets loose by Brad Bales. Brad Bales goes to the front. Brad Bales out in front. We got number 31 slipping up in there, Justin Kulik. Justin's trying to get up there. Let's see if he can make it work. We still got Brad Bales, Justin Kulik, Indiana versus Pennsylvania. Justin Kulik with an inside move. Whoa, we lose Justin. But we got a tangle down the backstretch. Brad Bales hangs on for the win. Hold up, Mr. Starter. Get our riders cleared off here. How about a big handful of riders? Looks like they're up and okay. Justin Kulik was doing a fine job going for it out there. Just had a little misfortune. He'll be back. The 16 experts on the gate. Moto number 7. Hunter, Ling, Schessinger, Norman, Goebel, and Masick. Ling took it last time for Illinois. Let's see if he can do it again. Looks like he got the whole shot. Chris Ling on bike number 52L out in front. He's getting some serious heat. Let's check out the action. They come around the second turn. Looks like number 45, Joe Norman in a solid second spot. Joe's getting some heat now from number 36. Brian Goebel trying to slip in there, but can't make it. There goes Joe Norman for the lead. Joe Norman goes around Ling. Can he hang on to it? Norman and Ling. No, Ling comes back. Chris Ling now. And it looks like it's going to be Chris Ling and Norman hang on for second. Just barely. Great racing. Moto number 8, 16-year-old novice. Motos through 20 should be in staging. Motos through 20 in staging. And we're off and jamming. Chris Ross, Chris Rhodes, and Tom Thompson. Tom Thompson with the whole shot once again out of Illinois. Chris and Chris side by side for the second spot. Getting some serious air. We've got Tom Thompson out in front out of Illinois, the 6-year-old novice. We still got Tom Thompson hanging on to it. Looks like we've got Chris Rhodes in the second spot. Chris Ross in a close third. Rhodes and Ross battling out for second. For the win, looks like it's going to be Tom Thompson. All right, and we've got Moto number 9 coming at you. The 16 over girls combined. We got Heather Ortfritz, Kimberly Hayden, Jennifer Fitzwater, and Shakura Farrar. The two 12-year-olds, two 12s, and 16 and 17 out in front. Looks like we've got Heather Ortfritz, the 16-year-old, national or world number 6, I should say. Kimberly Hayden, national number 2 in the second spot. So we got Farrar holding down number 7 bike in the 4th spot. Looks like that's the way they're going to finish. Heather home for the win. Here's a good one. Moto number 10, the 50-year-old X's. And we're off and jamming. Jamie Hickson, Ronnie Atkins, Dale Marsden, and Adam Williams. Ronnie Atkins with the bright green collars out in front. It's the Adams and Hickson show again. These guys are battling on 20-inch and cruiser today. Atkins has got it this time. Jamie Hickson a close second. Whoa, Adam gets high, or rather I should say Atkins gets high, but still hangs on to it. Find the MCS collars out in front. We've still got close move. Jamie Hickson tries an inside move, but Ronnie Atkins holds on to it. It's going to be Atkins and Hickson. And we got moto number 11. We're going to turn you back over to my tag team partner here, John Emmerich. We got the 50-year-old novices off and jamming for moto 11. Out of turn number 2, number 48 with the lead out there. Robbie Cavanaugh once again. Cavanaugh getting chased by 61. David Smith. Smith giving a run for the money. Here comes Smith on the inside. They're side by side as they head into the final turn. Cavanaugh with the inside line. Smith diving low. Can't take it. Cavanaugh going to take home the win. Smith, good battle going for third over there. Riley going to sneak in for third. Moto 12. Jason Rice pulls the whole shot from the Buckeye stage. Jason Rice out there in the lead. Second place, number 26, Mike Eckert. Rice, Van Eckert, 1 and 2 as they head into European. Number 30T out there is Brian Thomas in the third place spot. Bandy holding down the fourth spot out there. Rice going to take home the win as they head around that final turn. Moto 13. Year-old experts, number 35 on the inside with the whole shot. That's Adam Marsden. Marsden out of Canada. Looks like we got some switching around going on in there. Coming out of turn 2, number 34, your leader, Roger Smith. Smith, and number 12 now in second place. That's Kenny Ian out of Pennsylvania. Smith, Ian, 1 and 2. Marsden dropped back to third. Smith going to take home the win. Ian and Marsden. Moto 14. Motos through 24 should be in staging out there. You got number 6 on the DK ride. That's Mike Evans with the lead. Evans up and over the Camelback with a sizable lead as they come out of turn 2. Good battle for second place. Number 5 holding on. That's Nicholas Turner. Evans and Turner, 1 and 2 as they head out of the European into the final turn. Number 8 in the third place spot, that's Mike Peters. Evans on the DK going to take home the win. Turner and Peters, Moto 25. Once again, Jeremy Lennon gets the lead out there. Moto 15, 14-year-old novice class. Doing it for Ace Bike Shop out of Illinois. Jeremy Lennon with the lead. Brad Baker out of Richmond. No, he's out of Ohio, my fault. He races down here a lot. In the second place spot. Lennon and Baker 1 and 2. Good battle going on for third. Number 63, that's Robbie Steele out there. Running the factory pipe plate. Going to hold on in for third. Moto 16. Aaron Morey out there with the lead out of Ohio. This is 14-year-old novice, second heat. Morey and number 67, that's Tony Springer. Morey and Springer, 1 and 2 as they head out of the European. Gonna take home in that order. Moto 17 out there. Doing it
Johnny Oberg out there with the lead. Oberg and MRP's Kyle Robinson in the second spot. This is Moto 17, 8 and 9-year-old open class. Oberg with the lead. Oberg and Robinson, 1 and 2. Taking it home, Oberg with the win. Going to take home the win and Robinson. Moto 18. 13-year-old expert class. Tight race. They come out of the first turn, spreading it out just a little bit. Looks like number 1 out there. That's Sondra. Sondra at number 38 out there. Once again, that's Paniotis. Sondra and Paniotis, 1 and 2. Number 23 in the second place spot, Ryan Kemp. Sondra out of Ohio with the lead. Paniotis all the way from Michigan cruising in the second place spot. Moto 19, motos through 29 should be in staging. Thirteen-year-old novice class, inside rider Chris Jump with the whole shot. Jump out there in the lead as they head over the Camelback. Jump and Thompson out there, 1 and 2, both out of Illinois. Jump, Thompson, number 85 in the third place spot. That's Andy Schatzinger. Thompson giving Jump a run for his money. Chris going to hold on. Looks like take it home for Ace Bike Shop. Moto 20, motos through 30 once again should be in staging. This is Moto 20 on the gate. There they go. They're going at it down the first straight. Gadd and Fitzwater going at it. Robbie Lee in the third place spot. Looks like you got Gadd out there in the lead. Dustin Gadd and Fitzwater. Oh, Gadd goes over the berm. I don't know how he did that. Lee suddenly finds himself in first place. Hold up on the gate over there, Mr. Starter. It's Lee and Fitzwater, 1 and 2. Tatman sneaks it in the third place spot. Lee going to take it home for the dance team, Fitzwater and Tatman. Whenever you're ready, Mr. Starter, you can go ahead. Moto 21 off and running. 11-year-old expert class. Year-old experts out there. That's number 11 out there in the lead. That's Jimmy Bruce on the team dance. Getting some big air. Bruce and number 16, that's Tony Reeves. Bruce and Reeves, 1 and 2. Good battle going on there for the third place spot. Number 31, holding on. Salzgaber. Jimmy Bruce going to take home the win. On the gate, you got Moto 22. Like Gadd's back up over there. Let's give him a round of applause. He went over the berm pretty hard there. He's going to be all right. Okay, here we go. 11-year-old girls right there. Looks like number 1 out there. That's April Honecker with the lead. On the dance ride, that's Honecker with the lead. Honecker and number 7 giving her everything she can handle. That's Yater. Honecker and Yater, 1 and 2. Danielle cruising back there in the third place. No, excuse me. Danielle's in second. She's trying to make a move for the lead. Danielle pushing the pedals, but she can't hold on. Honecker looks like going to take it home. Danielle and Smith, Moto 23. 16 and over open. Ryan Campbell flying Jim McKinney holding down the second place spot. Campbell and Jim McKinney, Rose City's finest out there. Looking like A.J. Foyt. I think he looks like a linebacker or something. Hey, look, he can play for the Bengals. He got the orange and black on. Campbell going to take on the win. McKinney in for second, Moto 24. 10-year-old expert class, Oxley and Hayden, 1 and 2. Oxley and Hayden as they head over the Camelback. Getting a lot of air for some little kids. Oxley, Hayden, number 31, in the third place spot. Joshua Hubbard. Oxley and Hayden. Here comes Hayden on the inside of the pin with the move, taking over the first place spot for Lowly Axel. Hayden with the nice move, taking over the lead as they head for home. Oxley going to give him a run for his money. Hayden going to hold on for the win, turn it over to Kirby.
Okay, well, I've got Moto 25 on the line, on the track now. We've got 3 10-year-old experts, Coffin, Tucker, and Adam High and Hanley. Who we got out in front out there? 39. That must be 30. That must be Adam High. You got number 20, 13, and 30. That's the Hammer in the lead. 13 on the outside, that's Wayne Tucker. Moto 26 is a load of riders. Here's 6 riders coming at you. These are 10-year-old novices. That's Mike Lipschutz out of Ohio in the lead. He knows the way around this track pretty quick. And we got 56 in the second spot. So that's Drake Glad. And 77 in the third spot. That's Jared Denson. Okay, we're moving on 9 novice. Wagner, Daisy, Huning, Selecti, and Tungsten. James Williams, that's it. Tunzovic. Okay, out in the front spot, we got Flying Ryan. Ryan Selecti, yes, sir. On a welded bike, we got 1 rider down. We got 3 guys racing for second. Five U.S., that's James Tunzovic. Wagner and, no, we got another ride. Right between 9 up there. Number 9's moving up in there. Cal Huning and Wagner back on the inside, pulls the sweep on Huning. And the race for second to anybody's, we got a rider on the track. Kyle's back up. Hold it up a second when he gets off the racetrack. His daddy went home last night, welded up the first place rider's bike and busted here yesterday. So really ought to give George a big hand. He took that bike back and welded it, fixed it so the other guy could come back around first. So heck of a racing family out of Indianapolis. Okay, Mark Daisy's up coming around. That was a heck of a race. Them boys, if you don't realize, those guys in that heat out there rank like 1 through 5 in the nation. We've got the nation's best 5 9-year-old novices here today. Moto 28, McDaniels, Oberg, and Ratliff. Oh, we got poor Ratliff in a sandwich here. He's in between the River Rat sandwich there, out of the Evansville area. They're flying the Dan's colors. Been putting the show on all weekend. We've got McDaniel in the lead.
cranking. Looks like it was Nicholas this time for Dan's. Got the whole shot. National 6 number novice out there. Big pack up for the second spot. Nicholas Rusen's got nailed down for first, but anybody's race for second. Now we got one breaking away. We'll pick him up coming out of turn number 2. Looks like number 33, possibly, or 13, Mitchell McDonald. Rusen and McDonald running 1 and 2 in this heat. Looks like number 72, Jesse Schlossler in the third, and Adam Smith sitting in fourth. Starting to stretch out a bit. It's still Dan's out in front. Nicholas Rusen bringing it home for the win. We got 4 riders in this gate. Kyle Miller, Robbie Haslock, Mac Plummer, Kyle Robinson. Mac Plummer took it last time. Who's going to get it this time? We got Dan's out in front, but all sorts of heat. Bucket this racing. Kyle Robinson for MRP on the outside with the power move going all the way to the front, but he's got number 4 out in front of him, Kyle Miller. Miller, it's the battle of the Kyles. Kyle Miller, Kyle Robinson. Kyle Miller out in front for Dan. Kyle Robinson, MRP all over him in second. Haslock in the third spot. Kyle Miller for Dan's out in front. Kyle Robinson tries an inside move. Here he comes, Kyle Robinson, MRP. No, he's off the track. He's going to fall back to there. We got a new leader. Yes! The green bike comes through. Robbie Haslock comes out third place from nowhere to take the win. Moto number 31. 7-year-old novices Matthew Simon, Steve Hilton, and Andrew Hall. The action doesn't let up. GT callers, Matthew Simon out in front, Andrew Hall all over him. Simon and Hall going at it. Hilton in the third spot. Double O action, double O S out in front, Matthew Simon. All sorts of heat. Look at Andrew Hall on the outside. Side by side they go. Simon and Hall. Simon and Hall. Hall on the outside with a power move. Simon with just a wheel out in front, heading into the backstretch. Simon hangs on. Hall tries the inside move. It's still Simon. To the finish line, it's going to be Matthew Simon and Hall home for the second. Great race, guys. Moto 32, the 1820 Cruisers, Bales, Wagner, Fowler, Wagaman. Looks like we got Hank Fowler out, or is that Wagner? Let's check out the numbers as they come around. Looks like we got number 12 out there. That's going to be Hank Fowler. Hank Fowler out in front. Looks like Wagner holding down the second spot. We lose the fourth rider, Jay Bales in third. Fowler, Wagner, and Bales. We lost Chad over here in the second, third straightaway. He'll be back up and going with us, and it's going to be Hank Fowler bringing it home for the win. 21-24 Cruisers. This is Moto 33, where there will be no break. We're going to go right to Moto 42, or 43 rather, then Motos 1 through 10 be ready to stage. We got one of the best shows of the day out here. We got the Zell and Moon show going at it. Ed Zell for Dan's out in front. Jimmy Moon, MRP, right a close second. And all over him is number 20, Greg Kister. Moon moving up now on the number 71 bike. He's looking for the inside move on Ed Zell. It's Jimmy Moon out in front. Ed Zell, we get a little contact there. We're still going. Ed Zell in the second spot. Jimmy Moon's in first. Kessler in the third spot. And Elkins, the way they're going to finish. Moto number 34, Alpha Jam and 21-24 Cruiser, second out Taylor, Goebel, and McLean. Goebel sitting back a bit this time. He's fighting it out for second spot with Taylor. We got McLean, got it nailed down for the lead right now. Goebel's trying to make up some ground. Having a hard time doing it. We got Taylor with some serious heat for second. Kyle McLean got things nailed down his way. Here comes Goebel now for the second spot. Goebel and Taylor have been side by side all the way around the track. Now Goebel breaks loose. Chad Goebel breaks loose, is in the second spot. McLean's out in front. Goebel sees he's got anything left from McLean. Doesn't look like it. It's going to be McLean home for the win. We got moto number 35 off and cranking again. We got 4 out there. We lost one off the motor sheet. We got our tag team announcer out there, John Emmerich, trying to hold on to the third spot. He's got all sorts of serious heat. Meanwhile, out in front, looks like we got a new leader this time. Let's check out the numbers as they come around. We've got number 60R, Kemp Rodier, out in front. Illinois, he's getting some heat, though, from the Michigan rider, Thomas, in the second spot. It's still Rodier out in front. And it looks like that's the way got number 45 out in front. That's Edward Combs one more time. Edward Combs out in front out of the great state of Ohio. But he's getting some serious heat from number 78M, Ron Meyer. Ron Meyer all over him out of Michigan. We got the Buckeye Wolverine clash out in front. All the way down low. Can he make it stick? We've got Ron Meyer trying to make a move. I think it's... Oh, but we lose one! What a turnover! What can happen here? We got the third place bike coming up. He's going to try to run to the finish. He's going to make it. No! The third place bike, I didn't catch a number on that. I don't know if that was Spain or Leibich, but one of those two went all the way from third to first. Great race, guys. We got 4 riders. We had 5 on the sheet, but we got 4 on the track. This is a 30-34 cruiser combined. Oh, we have one just walking off the gate. Okay, there's the 5th one. Thank you. We do have 5 coming off the gate then. Back to the leading action, see if I can get these numbers figured out. Now, I think that says number 2 out in front, and I'm sorry, I don't have a 2 on my sheet. We don't have a World 2 on our sheet, Ryder. Sorry about that. If you get the right numbers on the sheet, we can take care of it. I think that's David Schofield with the commentary out in front. David Schofield with the World number 2 in the commentary brings it home for the win. Okay, we got the 17-year-old cruisers combined out here. Aaron Schatzinger, John Lewis, and Jack Litt. I'm alfalfa. I wish you guys would get that straight. We got number 11 out here, John Lewis. Okay. John Lewis out in front. Aaron Schatzinger, Jack Litt battling it out for second and third. We still got John Lewis. Looks like he's got it nailed down out in front. He's going to bring it home for a win out of Michigan. We got moto number 39 coming off the gate. Atkins and Hickson, these guys have been battling all day long, cruisers at 20 inches. And we got Jamie Hickson with the better of it this time. Tom Grayway for Dad's BMX out of Kokomo. BMX with an attitude. Number 7 out in front, that's Jamie Hickson. Ronnie Atkins in the second spot. 7 and 4, here comes Atkins for MCS. Can he make it work? Hickson trying to hang on. Okay, looks like we've got Hickson's going to be home for the win. We got moto number 40 coming at you, the 14-year-old cruisers combined. Rones, Soderette, Eon, and Makarwitz. I'll get it right. Kenny Ion was the class of field last time. Looks like he's doing it again. The big number 18 bike out of Pennsylvania. Kenny Ion out in front. We got number 23S, Jason Soderette, out of Ohio, in the second spot. Pretty close action there for third. But it looks like right now that's the way they're going to run to the finish line. Kenny Ion, one more time, is going to bring it home for the win. Motors 1 through 10 should be in staging. Meanwhile, back to the action. We got a Dan's hole shot there. Looks like Jimmy Bruce with the hole shot. Andy Vigano and Brian Schlechte fighting it out for second and third. We got Brian Schlechte in the second spot. Not only one of our top novice riders, number 1 in the nation right now, but showing some cruiser action too. Brian Schlechte in the second spot for Kessler's. Dan's rider out in front. We got Jimmy Bruce. Andy Vigano. My proteges in the third spot. Team Hooters, right, Dad? Andy's on the gas today. And it looks like it's going to be Dan's with Jimmy Bruce home for the win. 6-year-old novice combined, one of the best races of the day. Ryan Rusin, Heather Haslock, Dustin Demers, Alex and Adam. 5 and 6-year-old down here. Ryan Rusin out there, out of Michigan, number 2 novice. Has got the lead. Dustin Demers, local guy, GT Colors in second spot. Look at the battle here with Heather. Heather pulls inside. On the outside, we got number 53, Adam Centers. Heather and Adam going at it. Heather trying to get in the action. She's got a shot at number 2, maybe. Home to the win's going to be Ryan Rusin. Dustin's going to hang on for second. Whoa, hang on, Dustin. Dustin's off the cranks. Can he coast it in? Yes, what a race. These pocket rockets know how to put a show on. Moto 43, 6-year-old novice combined again. We got the little one out here, Adam Roberts, our 4-year-old. Look at Adam crank. He came out of that gate flying out of there. Lewis Ratliff was the class last time, national number 3 novice. He's out in front, out of Ohio. We got our Canadian rider, looks like William Fisher, back in the second spot, 6-year-old beginner. Coming around is still number 3, Lewis Ratliff, William Fisher. Hey, we still got our 4-year-old, I believe, in the third spot. Adam Roberts is getting faster each lap out here. Look at Adam on the gas. Adam Roberts, Nick Hickson in the third spot, or fourth spot, rather. Coming down the finish line is still Lucas Ratliff. Looks like it's William Fisher out of the great nation of Canada in the second spot. Can Adam hang on? Look at our 4-year-old go. Hey, he's going to get a move. Can he make it work? Adam Roberts, I believe, is going to hold on here. How about a big hand for our 4-year-old, Adam Roberts? Home for third. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the serious boys. I'm going to turn you back over to Elvis, photo number 120 over Exmouth.
Well, you're right.
Moto number 1 back at you. The Moon Man out there in the lead. MRP's Jimmy Moon with the lead. Moon and Strebe 1 and 2 as they head over to Camelback. Out of turn number 2, Moon still in the lead. Strebe and number 91. Tapscott, Jeff Tapscott for Ace Bike Shop out of Illinois. Moon getting a little style over the tabletop there into the European. Here comes Tapscott on the outside, making a move for the second place spot. And he's not finished yet. He's chasing down Jimmy Moon, got the outside line. Strebe battling back in there. Moon holding on. Here comes Tapscott on the outside. I think Moon's going to take it by a nose. Moto number 2. There they go. Looks like Smallwood with the slightest of leads, but here comes fast Eddie Zell on the inside. Eddie Zell on the Dan's national team. Smallwood had nothing doing, he says. He's going to give him a run for his money. Zell hanging on. Smallwood now on the inside with the line. Smallwood takes over the lead. Smallwood and Zell, number 52 in the third place spot. That's Ron Anderson just moving up to second. Smallwood, Anderson, and Zell, 1, 2, and 3 as they head around the final turn and the finish line. Smallwood going to take home the win. Moto number 3. 18-19 Ashbrook's all been running. We got 2 riders side by side over the first jump. Out of the first turn, number 67 out there in the lead. That's Anthony Nabozny out of Michigan. Nabozny with the lead. Number 53 in the second place spot. That's Jason Warrington out of Illinois. Nabozny and Warrington 1 and 2. Number 40 cruising in the third spot. That's Aaron Fry. Nabozny, Warrington, and Fry 1, 2, and 3. Moto number 4 on the gate. Second heat of 18, 19-year-old expert class. Looks like Greg Seal with the lead out there for Kessler Schwinn. Seal up and over the Camelback. Greg Seal, number 25 in the second place spot. That's Hank Fowler out of Ohio. Fowler getting everything he can handle from Strebe. Strebe cruising into the second place spot. Seal opening up a little bit of a lead out there. Strebe in the second place. Seal going to take home the win, Moto 5. '17 and over novice class. There they go. Out of the middle of the gate. Looks like Tom Wagner out there in the lead. Wagner tagged it. No, I'm wrong. That's not Wagner. 26. That's Mike Pucci out there. Wagner now in the second place spot. Taggart and Brad Bales. Or excuse me, that's Jay. I'm sorry. Pucci's still out there in the lead. Wagner giving him everything he can handle, though. Here comes Taggart now on the inside. Going to take on the third. Jay in for fourth. Okay, Okay, we got Moto 6. Kolick out there in the lead. That's Brad Bales in the second place spot. I see Sleppy in there cruising in the fourth place. Kolick, and here comes Bales trying to make a move. Bales diving low on the inside on the CW. We lose one rider in the European. Here comes Brad on the inside. It's a drag race. Kolick gonna hold on. Bales and didn't get a number for third. Sorry about that. Listen up. Ron Myers out of Moto 36. And Matt Masick. We need you at the finish line, please. Ron Myers and Matt Masick. Ling out there with the whole shot, Moto 7. This is a 16-year-old expert class. Ling holding on. Joe Norman holding on in the second place spot, giving everything he can handle. Ling right there. Norman with the inside move, trying to take it over. Ling and Norman. Here comes Norman on the inside. It's a drag race as they head for the final turn. Later comes Norman slipping and sliding, but takes over the lead momentarily. Ling says, takes it back. Ling going to take home the win. Norman in for second. Moto number 8. Sixteen-year-old novice class out there. Looks like Tom Thompson with the whole shot. Thompson pushing the pedals for Ace Bike Shop out of Illinois. Thompson and what's that guy's number there? Buckwheat. That's Rhodes in the second place spot. Thompson, Rhodes, and Ross, 1, 2, and 3, going to take it home in that order. Hey, once again, we need Ron Myers and Matt Masick to the finish line over there, please. Moto number 9, 16 and over girls. Hayden out there on the factory lowly axles ride with the lead. Kimberly Hayden out there in the lead, number 7 in the second place spot. That's Farrar. Ortfritz now moves into the second place spot. She's got her eye on that first place position. Moving up on the outside. Can Kimberly hold her off? It's an excellent race. Hayden got the inside line as they head around the final turn. Here comes Ortfritz on the inside. Over the triples. Ortfritz going to take home the win. Hayden in for second. Moto 10, 15-year-old experts on the factory MCS ride. That's Ronnie Atkins out there. Atkins and Hickson, 1 and 2. These guys have been going at it all weekend long. Atkins and Hickson, 1 and 2. Adam Williams in the third place spot. Atkins holding on out there in the lead with the MCS. Here comes Hickson on the outside trying to set him up. Atkins going to hold on. Here comes Hickson. That was close. I'm not going to call out and let the girls do that. That's what they get paid for. Kirby, where's my Gatorade? Moto 11 out there and going. That's the 15-year-old novices. Got to be Kavanaugh out there in the lead. He's been doing it to it all weekend long. Number 61 in the second place spot. David Smith. Kavanaugh and Smith. 1 and 2. Number 63 in the third place spot. That's Dustin Riley. Hey, that's Rife out there in lead, Moto 12. Rife out there, number 30, giving him everything he can handle. Let me see. That's Thomas cruising in for second. Hey, listen up, we got some pork rib sandwiches over here. with a pop or large Gatorade for $2.50. JTM over here with a pop or a Gatorade for $2.25. Sloppy Joe's, anything you want. They got some sausage and biscuits and gravy or whatever over there at McDonald's. But you got to get there fast because they're about to head out and head to the fairgrounds. So if you're hungry, we got what you need. Hey, Sertoma Club still got some of that ice cream over there, so don't miss out. Meanwhile, on the track, you got number 34 out there in the lead, Sean Way, Roger Smith. This is 14-year-old expert, Moto 13. Smith, and too close to call for second. Moto 14-year-old expert. Out of the inside on the factory DK ride, you got Mike Evans out of the Buckeye State, 010. Evans on the DK with the big lead. Evans and number 5, that's Nicholas Turner. Evans and Turner 1 and 2. Number 8 cruising in third, that's Mike Peters. Evans, Turner, and Peters. Here comes Peter now on the inside trying to make the move. Takes over the second place spot. Evans going to take home the win. Peters in for second. Turner got the third. Moto 15. Moto 15 off and running. They're drag racing down the first straight. Looked like Baker going at it in there. And Lennon. Baker with the lead out of Ohio. Lennon trying to set him up. They're side by side out of turn 2. Baker holding on. Baker, here comes Lennon on the inside trying to take it over. Looks like he's going to pull it off. Little tire rubbing going on, but everybody's okay. Lennon out of the final turn, going to take it home. Baker in for second, and Seal on the Kessler Schwinn ride in for third. Moto 16. 14-year-old novice class. Motos through 26 should be in staging. Morey and Springer out there. Morey and Springer 1 and 2. The 14-year-old novice class, Moto 16. Morey going to take home the win. Moto 17, off and running, 8 and 9 combined. Oberg and Robinson. Oberg and Robinson. Oberg doing it for Dan. Robinson doing it for MRP. Out of the European, Oberg still holding on to lead, heading for home. Looks like it's going to be Oberg and Robinson 1 and 2. Moto 18. Motos through 28 should be in staging. This is the 13-year-old expert class. Sondra out there battling for the lead. Sondra and 38 in the second place spot. That's Paniatis. These guys have been doing battle all weekend long. Sondra, Piniatas, and 23 is in third. That's Ryan Kemp. Sondra going to take home the win. Piniatas and Kemp in the third spot. Moto 19. Out there all the way from Illinois doing it for Ace Bike Shop. Chris Jump with the lead. Chris Jump, number 94T. Once again, Kevin Thompson in the second place spot. Jump and Thompson 1 and 2. Number 85 is cruising in third. That's Andy Schatzinger out of 010. Chris going to take home the win. Thompson and Schatzinger. good races going on right there in Moto 20. This is the 12-year-old novice class. That's the old Robbie Lee on the Dan's ride trying to move into first. Looks like he's going to do it. Gadd drops to second place. Whoa! Gadd just plain drops out of the tabletop. It's Lee and Fitzwater, 02T. That's Joseph Tapman cruising in third place spot. Lee and Fitzwater, Tapman, and here comes Gadd trying to catch up. Lee, Fitzwater, and Tapman doing everything he can to take over that second place spot. Looks like Fitzwater going to hold on. Lee takes home the win. Moto 21 out there off and running. That's Jimmy Bruce out there on the Dan's ride out of Michigan. Bruce and number 4, Nathan Sherman out of the Buckeye. Bruce, Sherman, and number 16 now trying to move up into second place spot. That's Reeves. Bruce going to take home the win. Sherman and Reeves, 1, 2, and 3. Moto 22. Girls, got some powder puff action going on for you. Moto 22. Motos through 32, by the way, should be in staging out there in front. You got number 1. That's April Honecker. She got her hands full, though, with Danielle Yater. Yater diving low on the inside, trying to give a challenge there, but Honecker's holding on. Honecker and Yater 1-2. Moto 23 there, 16 and over open. Ryan Campbell and Buckwheat McKinney in the second place spot.
Over the concession building over at McDonald's will be shut up about a half hour because they're going to the fairgrounds. They still got a few breakfasts. On the other side of down in the main trailer down there, we have Saratomo's ice cream sandwiches for $1. We got pork ribs with Gatorade pop, for $3. We've got pork rib sandwiches and Gatorade pop, $2.50. JTM's with $2.25 with a drink, sloppy joes, and a Gatorade or a pop for $1.25. Nachos for $1.50. Rib tip sandwiches for $2.50 with a drink. So, okay, since I'm tired of selling ribs, there's nothing to announce here, but just same old boring race. Number 1, Michael Hayden is in the lead again. Oxley's in second. This is a good race. I shouldn't do that, but you got 4 riders in there with Michael Hayden bringing it on in. Moto 24. We got sandwiches to sell over. I can't eat all. Me and the dog can't eat all that food. 10 expert. We've got Moto 25 3 riders, Compa, Tucker, and Adam High. Adam High sitting in the middle spot. Okay, the lead shot, we got number 20. That's Joshua Compa. Dwayne Tucker in the third spot, and Adam Hammer High in the second spot. If you don't know who Adam Hammer is, that's his daddy runs the Fort Wayne track. Moto 26, 10-year-old nervousness. We got 6 of them coming at you, and they are flying fast. They're 10 years old. We got Mike Lipschutz in the lead, I think. Got Fancher Red Helmet in the second or third spot. Looks to me like somebody's going to win this race, either blue or red helmet. Number 10's in the second spot. Okay. Lipschutz, and then number 3. Lands in the second spot. Okay.
And we got Brian Slechty, currently national number 1 in the point standings for Kessler. He's out in front with some serious error. Jason Wagner in second. Slechty and Wagner. We lose the rider. We got number 9 in the third spot. That's Colin Huning now, Indianapolis. Good battle for second. Wagner trying to hang on. Slechty's going to bring it home for the win, it looks like, if he can keep the bike up. Wagner pulls away for second. Battle now is for third spot. Looks like Daisy's going to push in there for the third. Huning in for fourth. Moto number 28, the 8-year-old X's. McDonald, Oberg, and Ratliff. We got the Dan Stereo show out in front. Oberg and Ratliff going at it. McDaniel, rather, I should say. McDaniel and Oberg, the Dan's riders. Ratliff a close third. We got the 4W out in front, John Oberg. Well, with some serious there in the second spot, we got Joshua McDaniel out of Michigan. Some serious error happening out there with the Dan's riders. We still got Oberg out in front, McDaniel and Ratliff. Looks like the way they're going to finish. Moto number 29, the 8-year-old novices, Jesse Foster, McDonald Smith, and Rusin. And for Dan's once more out of the state of Michigan, Nicholas Rusin. Rusin out in front. Side-by-side action for the second spot. Number 13 pulling away now, Mitchell McDonald in the second. Rusin still showing the way. Oh, we got a rider up and over. Lose our third spot rider, but he's going to be back up and jamming anyway. That moves number 84S, Andrew Smith, up to the third spot. And it looks like we still got Nicholas Rusin, Old Nail down out in front. McDonald in the second spot, Smith, and then Jesse Slosser had a little tough luck, but he's back up and cranking already. Photo number 30. It's the battle of the Kyles, Miller versus Robinson. But this time, let's see who gets in there. Looks like Mac Plummer gets in there the first time. He won the first photo. He's trying to come back. I should check that. I think maybe Haslock come in and won that one moto. We'll have to check on the sheets. But anyway, Haslock's trying to do it again. He's moving up on Plummer. Plummer and Haslock going at it. Plummer's still got a bit of a lead. Haslock's moving in on him. Here comes Miller for third. Robinson in fourth. Here comes Kyle Miller into the second spot. Kyle Miller now in second. Looks like it's still Mac Plummer going to hang on to it. And then Dan's home for second with Kyle Miller. Photos through 43 should be in staging. We've got a whole shot there with the big GT colors. That's Matthew Simon. Double O action out of the state of Kentucky. Andrew Hall, once again, is really pressing him. Steve Helton in the third spot. Simon and Hall going out one more time. Simon with a big inside, or no, Hall with a big inside move. And they get together. And we lose Hall. We've got Simon all alone out in front. It looks like that's going to move Steve Helton up to the second spot. Andrew Hall still over here in the turn. Simon's bike doesn't sound too healthy, but it's still running. Looks like Matthew Simon's going to bring it home for the win, clinking and all. We've got Steve Helton in for the second spot. I'm walking across. How about a big hand for Andrew Hall? Had a little tough luck over here. He'll be back. We got Moto 32 on the gate, the 18 to 20 cruisers. Jay Bale, Tom Wagner, Hank Fowler, and Chad Wagaman. Take your bike over the finish line so you can get it scored. Go ahead and cut across the track. Back out to the action. We got the Moto 32, the 1820 cruisers. And out in front, looks like we got number 12. That's Hank Fowler showing the way. Jay Bale's up to the second spot trying to hang on. National number 18, National 19, Tom Wagner right behind him. Bales and Wagner fighting it out for second now. Here comes Wagner. Wagner moving up to second. Fowler still got the lead. Looks like that's the way they're going to bring him down the finish line. It's going to be Fowler, Wagner, and Bales. And we're off and jamming. 21-24 cruisers. Elkins, Zell, Kister, and Moon. Been a good show here. Ed Zell with the whole shot for Okay, we got a complete box of JTMs to sell for, $13? Okay, check that out with Brad over at the concessions. Meanwhile, back to the racing action. We got Kyle McLean in the Moto 34 out here. Chad Goebel a close second. McLean and Goebel, Mike Taylor in the third spot. This is Moto 34. Moto 43 should be in safety. We still got Kyle McLean out in front. Chad Goebel going to try to save up on the inside. Chad Goebel to the lead. Can he hold on to it? This time it's going to be Chad Goebel home for the win. McLean in second. Moto 35, we got the 25-29 cruisers. And it looks like we got Thomas Rabick back out in front. Out of the state of Michigan, we got the lead. We've got, looks like possibly Kip Rudier in the second spot. We had 5 on the sheet, 4 on the track. Recognize John Emmerich, announcer out there in the fourth spot. Looks like we had number 87, that's Richard Reitmeyer. Jeff Longier, evidently, or Longier is the one we're missing. That's the way they're going to finish. Okay, Moto 36. Looks like we're missing one rider here. It didn't come off the gate. Got 3 out in the track. We got number 45 out in front. That's Edward Combs. We got Edward Combs out in front. Looks like in the second spot, we've got number 17. That's Mike Spain. And looks like in the third spot, we got Ron Meyer. Okay, we're off and jamming. This time we got 4 in the track. We have 1 walk off, so everyone's accounted for. 5 came off the gate. Moto 37, this is the 30-34 cruisers combined. And out in front, we got that W2 of Alfalfa Schofield showing the way. We got number 66 all over his tail, though. Randy Walker out of Indianapolis trying to find a way around. Now Randy backs off. Alfalfa blows away with the lead. David Schofield's going to bring it home for the win, it looks like. We got Mike Robinson in the third spot. And looks like we've got Jeff Coppa home for fourth. Back out to the action, we got the 17 cruisers combined. Aaron Schatzinger, John Lewis, and Jack Glass. Out in front, I believe we've got John Lewis one more time, the number 11 national bike out in front. Got some serious air there in the second spot. That's the number 82 bike, Jack Glass, Aaron Schatzinger in the third spot. And for the win, looks like if he can keep the bike one piece out of the state of Michigan, it's going to be John Lewis. Okay, we got the 15-year-old cruisers, Ronnie Atkins, Jamie Hickson, and Tommy Grayway. Tommy up to second spot, trying to hang on now. Dad's BMX slips back to third. Here comes Jamie Hickson up on an outside move, trying to catch Ronnie Atkins in the MCS collars. We still got Ronnie Atkins out in front. Jamie Hickson trying to make a low move, can't quite get it in there. Tommy Grayway still holding down the third spot. Ronnie Atkins still out in front. Hickson trying to find a way around. Don't think it's going to happen. Looks like it's going to be Ronnie Atkins home for the win. We're off and jamming with Moto 40. We got the 14-year-old cruisers combined. John Ron, Jason Soderette, Kenny Ion, Bo McKerwitz. Whoa, side-by-side action for the first spot in the second turn. Looks like maybe Jason Soderette got around this time. Jason out in front. Number 23S has got the lead. Kenny Ion trying to come back now on the 18 bike. Jason and Kenny going after it. It's still Jason Soderette out in front. Kenny Ion with an inside move. Can he make it stick side by side? And Kenny Ion's going to hold on to it. Kenny Ion's going to bring it home for the win. Jason Soderette home for second. We got the 12-year-old cruisers combined. Jimmy Bruce, Andy Pagano, Brian Schlechte. And we got Jimmy Bruce flying the dance colors out in front. Kessler's out in second with Brian Schlechte. And my protege cranking all the way around the track, Andy Pagano, fastest he's ever went his entire life. Still out in front.
Get it, buddy, get it.
We still got, for the dance colors, out in front, Jimmy Bruce being chased by Brian Schlechte with the Kessler's colors in second. And Andy Pagano is going to bring it home for third. Here's a little pocket rocket. Thank you. All right, we've got out in front, We've got the dance colors, Ryan Rusin. And we got Dustin Demers, I'm informed. Thank you for the correction on that. He's in the second spot flying the GT colors. Dustin making a move here. He's closing some ground. Let's see if he can make it work. We got a lovely lady out there, Heather Hasbrock in the third spot. We've still got Ryan Rusin out in front. Dustin Demers hanging on to second. Heather trying to hang on. Can she make it stick? Blondie Hasbrock trying to make it hang on. Can she do it? Dustin home for second. Look at this battle for third. Who's going to get it? Heather hangs on for the third spot. The second half, Moto 43, 6 novice combined. And we're off and jamming. We got our 4-year-old out here, Adam Roberts, and we got the big boys with him. Lucas Ratliff trying to make it 3 for 3. Sort the numbers as they come around. We got William Fisher out of Canada trying to pull him in. Let's see what happens. Looks like we got number 3 out in front. That's got to be Lucas Ratliff one more time. We got the Canadian ride in second spot of William Fisher. William checking out the competition. We still got Adam Roberts, the 4-year-old, holding down in third, but he's getting some serious heat from Nick Hickson. Nick's trying to catch him. Here comes Nick. All nailed down out in front. It's going to be Lucas Ratliff. Then it's going to be William Fisher. Here's the battle. Who's going to get it? This time it looks like it's Nick Hickson. If he can hold on. Whoa! Nick for third, and how about our 4-year-old, Adam Roberts, home for fourth. Okay, we'll take a little bit of a break here. We'll get the main figured up. We'll be right back with racing action in just a little bit. Kesslers versus Dans. What a showdown this is going to be. Here we go. And we're off and jamming with the first man of the day. We got with the whole shot, Jimmy Bruce for Dans out in front. Brian Specty looking fast on that cruiser. Brian staying right with him. He's given up 2 years of age, but he's right on his tail. We still got Jimmy Bruce showing the way for Dans out in front. Jimmy out of Michigan. Brian's out of Ohio, but he's a local boy. He's out here for every local race. We got number 20 out in front, national number 20 that is, Jimmy Bruce, clearing the double. And it looks like it's going to be Jimmy Bruce home for the win. And Brian Specty home for second. Moto 102 on the gate, the 14-year-old cruisers. Jason Soderette, Kenny Ion, Bo McKelwitz. Let's see who we got here. Looks like it might be Kenny Ion one more time, trying to nail it down. I don't think he's lost a race today. But right now, he's got some competition. Jason Soderette's got the lead. Jason is trying to pull off the main. Let's see if he can do it. Can he do it? Jason Soderette out of Ohio. Kenny Ion trying everything he knows. Good clean racing. Kenny's trying to catch him. Jason Soderette says, no way, I'm hanging on to this. I'm taking this back to the Buckeye State. Jason Soderette home for the win in the main. Moto 103, 15 cruiser, Ronnie Atkins, Jamie Hickson. These guys have been battling all day long. MCS callers out in front. We've got Ronnie Atkins, Jamie Hickson right on the outside. Side by side they go. Jamie Hickson on the inside, still side by side they go to number 2. Jamie Hickson with the lead now. Ronnie Atkins, MCS, right on his tail. Here comes Ronnie Atkins back. Great racing. We have some turbos. They're in the infield. They're all over the place. Jamie Hickson out in front. Illinois versus Ohio. Looks like the Illini is going to take this one. Jamie Hickson home for the win. Ronnie Atkins home for second. Main 104, John Lewis, Jack Lance. John Lewis, the big number 11 bike out of Michigan out in front, but Jack Lance is all over him. Jack Lance out of Illinois. We still got number 11, John Lewis, showing the way. Hank Fowler. Hank Fowler with the hole shot. Jay Bell's trying to hang on for second over Wagner. Jay Bell's making a move. Jay Bell's trying to make a move here. We've got Hank Fowler, number 12 out in front, number 18 in second, number 19 in third. It's Fowler, Bales, and Wagner. That's the way they're running it. Right in order, that's right. 12, 18, and 19, all national numbers out here, so the best competition in the nation. On the inside, Jay Bell's making a nice inside move, but can't quite catch Fowler. It's going to be Fowler, Bales, and Wagner, the way they finish. Good race, guys. Moto 106, 21, 24 Cruiser, Zell, Kister, Moon, Goble, McLean, some of the heavy haulers. Chad McLean has a problem off the gate. We lose him. Looks like out in front the dance color, Ed Zell. Big Lee, can he make it stick out there? We got number 20, Greg Kister, in the second spot. Jimmy Moon trying to move up. Jimmy Moon goes to the inside. He's now to second. Kister falls back to third. We got Goble in the fourth spot. As they're rounding the bend, we still got Ed Zell. Got a pretty comfortable lead. Let's see if he can hang on to it. It's going to be for Dan's Ed Zell. Jimmy Moon for MRP in second. Good race, guys. All right, then we're off and jamming. Moto 107, 25, 29 Cruisers. Hemrick, Rudier, Reitmeyer, Emmerich, Spainmeyer, and Combs. Oh, mess of them. John Emmerich's right in the pack there. He's falling back now. Let's see. I think we got Hemrick out in front, out of Michigan. Thomas showing the way out in front. We got number 45, Edward Combs, in a close second. Combs closing now. Here comes Combs on the inside. Can't quite make it stick. Thomas Hemrick is still out in front. Looks like he's going to bring it home for the win. And then Combs home for the second. Good race, guys. And we're off and jamming with Moto 108. We got Compa, Schofield, Walker, Robinson. This is the 30-34 Cruisers. Main 108. Out in front, world number 2, Alfalfa Schofield. He's still got the lead. Jeff Compa, close second. Then we got Randy Walker out of Walker Brothers Racing, Indianapolis, and then MRP rider, Michael Robinson. Walker side by side with Compa. There they go. Compa backs down to third now. We got Walker up to second. Schofield's got this one nailed down. He's showing you why he's world number 2. Schofield's going to be home for the win out of Michigan. Then we got Walker. Close race. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Robinson for third, and then Compa. Good race, guys. Hey, here's my favorite. The little pocket rockets. The 6 novice combined. Bruisin, Hasluck, Demure, Santa, Roberts, Radcliffe, and Fisher. The dance colors out in front. That's Ryan Rusin, the 6-year-old novice. Look at this battle going on. Dustin Demure, the local boy, the GT colors, up to second. Ryan and Dustin having at it. We got Radcliffe sitting in the third spot. Fisher in fifth. We still got Rusin. Rusin and Demure. Here comes Radcliffe trying to make a move. Number 3's trying to move up to number 2. It's going to be for Dan. Ryan Rusin home for the win. Dustin Demers hangs on for second. Radcliffe will bring it home for third. Look at the battle back there. We got our 4-year-old, all sorts of action. How about that? Big hand for a little pocket rocket. Moto 110, the 7 novices. These guys have been glued side by side all day. Matthew Simon, Andrew Hall. Who's it going to be? Double O action out in front. Out of the state of Kentucky, Matthew Simon. Andrew Hall all over him. Matthew Simon starting to pull away now, but Andrew Hall still got him in his sight. Andrew Hall, low turn, but he can't quite make it work. See if he can set him up this time. It's still Matthew Simon out in front. Moto 112. The 8 novices, Jesse Slosser, Mitchell McDonald, Nicholas Rusin. Nicholas is trying to make it a clean sweep for the Rusin family today. Dan's colors there again. Nicholas Rusin out in front. He's getting some serious heat, though. Looks like from Mitchell McDonald. Rusin and McDonald. Slosser in the 3rd spot. National number 6, Nicholas Rusin. Dan's colors out in front. Looks like he's going to hold on to it. Number 13 right behind him, Mitchell McDonald. Mitch is trying to make a move. Let's see if he can catch him. Still Dan's out in front. Looks like it's going to be Nick Rusin, home for the win. The 8-year-old expert, Joshua McDaniel, John Oberg. We got stereo Dan's coming at you. Who's it going to be? Oh, we lose one off the gate. He lost the pedal, went down the frame. That was Joshua McDaniel. He's got a lot of ground to make up. John Oberg had the smooth gate start. He's getting some serious air now. Hey, but don't count out McDaniel. Look at McDaniel turn on the after boosters here. He's trying to catch him after that bad gate start, and he just might do it. John Oberg's trying to hold on, but he's going to have to hold on for dear life. Here comes Joshua McDaniel with all the horses cranking. Joshua McDaniel making a great comeback is all over Oberg's rear tire. But it looks like Oberg might have just enough gas to hang on. And that's the way they're going to finish. John Oberg, Joshua McDaniel, Dan's and Dan. Moto 114, 9 novices. And we've got Wagner, Daisy, Huning, and Slechty with a hole shot. Currently number 1 in the nation point standings. We've got Brian Slechty out of Greenville, Ohio in the front spot. All sorts of heat for the 2nd spot between Huning, Daisy, and Wagner. Wagner trying to move up right now. We got number 9 out there, and that is Kyle Huning hanging on to the 2nd spot. Kyle still got the 2nd spot. Jason Wagner not far behind. And then we've got Daisy sitting in the 4th spot. It's still Slechty. Slechty's got it dialed in. Looks like he's going to hang on to it. Slechty, Kyle Huning's running the 2nd spot. Still there. Here comes Jason Wagner with one last push. Yo! I think Jason Wagner pulled it off at the line. Good race, guys. Motos 131 should be in staging. Moto 115, the 10 novices, Lipschutz, Forrest, Palmer, Denson, and Glad. They're all over each other. Close racing out there, all 5 together. Now they're starting to sort out. We'll pick up the leader as they come around. One's really breaking away now. That's the big number 10 plate. That's got to be 10 novice Mike Lipschutz out of Ohio. But look at the battle for 2nd place. Side by side they go. Now it's number 56, Drake Glad. Jared Denson all over him. Glad and Denson battling for 2nd. Lipschutz has got it locked up for 1st if he can keep the bike in hand. Here comes Jared with one last push. Jared Denson can't do it. It's going to settle for 3rd, and it's going to be Drake Glad home for 2nd.
Mother, you're going to get blinders so I can tell.
Moto 117, the 11 girls combined. Rachel Smith, April Honecker, Danielle Yider. With the hole shot, we got April Honecker out of Ohio. Danielle Yider all over. We've got Danielle and April going at it. Still got April Honecker out in front. Danielle Yider trying to close some ground. She's getting close, but can't quite make it work. Number 1, National out in front. Looks like April Honecker is going to hang on to it. Danielle's bringing it home for 2nd. Rachel Smith in 3rd. We're going to turn you over to John Emmerich now. We've got Moto 118 on the gate. This is 11 Expert Maine.
Thanks, Buckwheat.
Maine 18 off and running the Dan's National Run. That's number 11, Jimmy Bruce out there. there in the lead. Bruce, Sherman, and Reeves, 1, 2, and 3 over the Camelback into the second turn. Dan's national team rider, Jimmy Bruce out there, out of Michigan, number 11 with the lead. Number 4, novice, that's Nathan Sherman, hold down the second place spot. Tony Reeves out of the Buckeye State in third. Sherman around the last corner there heading for home. Bruce rather, going to take home the win. Sherman in for second and Reeves for third. Main 19. 12-year-old novice. Oh, crime doesn't pay. See, try to jump the gate. That's what happens. Number 78 out there with the lead. That's Jason Rife. He got the lead anyway. Rife out there getting a little style over the Camelback. Whoa! One rider goes sideways and goes down over the Camelback. Rife holding on. Second place rider is number 26. 26 out there. That's Mike Eckert in the second place spot. Rife and Eckert 1 and 2 out of the Buckeye State. Kavanaugh cruising in the third place, looking to move up on some ground. Here comes Kavanaugh over the triples, over the whoop-de-doos. Kenny Paul second. Ooh, I don't know. I'm going to let the scorers handle that one. Main 25. Hold up. We still got to write it down over there. Hey, Hickson now on the inside there with the lead. These guys been doing battle all weekend. Hickson finally out in front. Hickson and Atkins on the MCS ride. Here comes Atkins trying to take it over. Hickson holding on by the narrowest of margin. Hickson and Atkins 1 and 2. Number 17, that's Adam Williams out of the great state of Pennsylvania on third. Here comes Atkins now taking it. Oh, Hickson goes off the side of the jump. He's holding on. Atkins on the MCS going to take home the win. Hickson saves it for second. All right, here we go with main 26, the 16 and over girls. Oh, Heather goes down hard over the first jump. Hayden out there in front. Hayden and Fitzwater out there. Heather Orfritz took a real nasty fall. Kimberly Hayden out there with a pretty big lead. Like she's going to take home the win. Fitzwater going to go in for second place there. All right, Heather's back up down there. Took a pretty nasty fall. She's going to be all right, though. Looks like. All right, Mr. Starter, whenever you're ready. Get those guys out first straightaway there. We'll be all right. There they go, main 27, 16-year-old novice class. That's Tom Thompson doing it for Ace Bike Shops out of Illinois. Thompson and Chris Rhodes, 1 and 2. Thompson and Rose on a slam, they say. Must be a pal of those Streeby guys. Thompson and Rose, 1 and 2. That's where they're going to finish. Main 28. 16-year-old expert. There they go. Number 52 out of the middle's got the whole shot. That's Chris Ling. Ling and Norman. Ling, Norman, and number 45, the other number 45 out there, that's Matthew Masick. Ling, Norman, and Masick, 1, 2, and 3. There comes Norman now on the inside, trying to make a move. He can't hold on. Ling with the lead. Norman giving him everything he's got. Going to settle for second place. Basic now, whoa, snuck in there, took the second place spot. Maine, number 29 on the gate. 17 and over novice. There they go, out of the inside. That's Justin Kulick. Kulick and Bradley Bales. Bales now getting past. Hangs on. Brad now going for the lead out there. That's Kulick and
Houston, I need to finish it up. All this bicycles out of here.
Kulick and Bales.
Bicycles out of here. You have to park them on the first side to get your trophies. You got to hold the finish line to go through.
Bales makes a move now on Kulick, takes over the lead. Oh, we lose Bales and one more rider. Kulick going to end up winning. Bales putting on a show out there for everybody. That's entertainment. There they go. They're off and running from the inside. Looks like number 25 out there to lead. Hank Fowler out of the Buckeye. Getting together. We lose Seal over the berm. Number 53 out there now in the lead. That's Jason Warrington out of Illinois. Warrington and 25 Fowler now in second place spot. Warrington, Fowler 1 and 2. Number 21 in the third place spot. That's Ryan Campbell out of Michigan. Warrington, Fowler 1 and 2. Off and running, this is it. Smallwood on the inside with the whole shot and the lead. Scott Smallwood, Zell in second, number 91. That's Tapscott in second place now. Zell drops down to third. Smallwood, Tapscott, Zell losing some ground. Number 52 taking in third place spot now. That's Ron Anderson. Smallwood, Tapscott, Anderson, and Moon. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Here comes Tapscott on the inside now trying to make up some move on Smallwood. Scott's going to hold him off. Tapscott goes over the bars. Oh no, number 52. That's Anderson's going to slide into the second place spot. Excellent race. Well, that ought to do it. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. What's next, Jim?
Thanks a lot, John, for your help up here. Did a great job on the mic today. What's next? Well, let's talk about what's going on. We've got the state race finale coming up next weekend down in Evansville.